10 essentials are 10 things that you should bring with you on every trip you take into the outdoors to maximize both the safety of the trip and how much fun you have on it. The 10 essentials aren't specific items, but categories of items that fulfill certain roles in terms of outdoor safety. The first 10 essential is navigation, which I have represented here by a compass. There are many other things you could take for this. There are fancy GPS devices, the maps on your phone, use a paper map. All of these would count towards navigation. The second one is light, which I have represented here by my headlamp. You should always bring extra batteries if you use an electric source of light. The next category is sun protection. So I have sunscreen, which is very obvious, but I also have chapstick, which provides sun protection for your lips. Next up is arguably the most important, but first aid. Now, if you go on any of our trips with Outdoor Rec, the leaders will have first aid kits. However, I almost always will bring my own first aid kit too. Next up is a knife. The knife I have is just a nice, simple fold-out knife. However, another great thing that a lot of people bring are multi-tools, which have multiple different uses. The next category is fire. I have a little Zippo lighter. However, you could also bring matches, but either way, a really good rule of thumb is to have something that's waterproof that you can keep it in. The next thing is shelter. This one can get a little more complicated, especially if you're going on something like a day hike where you don't want to bring a tent with you. What I have for that is a little bit of rope that I could potentially string up between two trees to make something that could protect me from whatever other issue I might face in the woods. Next thing is food. Always bring a little more food than you think you need. You never know when you might eat it, and you'll probably eat it anyways. Next up is to make sure you bring spare water. Now, water is heavy, so I wouldn't always recommend that you bring 5 gallons of water with you. Instead, what I have are these little chlorine dioxide tablets that you put into clear water, and they'll help purify them of any bacteria or disease. The last 10 essential is spare clothing. This is mostly for issues where you might be rained on or your clothes might be soaking wet and it can be cold out. With that, that is all 10 of the essentials. The 10 essentials are navigation, light, sun protection, first aid, a knife, fire, some way to provide shelter, extra food, extra water, and spare clothing. Mine may look a certain way, but yours could look completely different, and that's okay. As long as you know what they're for, you're doing great. Hi, thanks for watching. Click here for more videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Whitworth UREC, and leave a comment saying what you think your 11th essential is, the thing that just doesn't make the list.